Hello, everybody. Hope you all are having a fantastic Friday evening. Hey, Carol. Gonna give it just a couple of minutes, see if anybody else joins in. And then get to it, I guess. Yeah. It's what I used for the thumbnail. Good evening, Abigail. Gonna give it just a couple more minutes and then we'll start. I don't know if anybody else is gonna join us tonight or not. Yep, I have it. Don't know if I'll use it, but I have it. Within an arm's reach. I need to log into YouTube. And then I guess I'll go ahead and get started. Okay. We'll keep him handy just in case I need to use him. Okay. I am Nature Guy X46, and this is the Natureverse 4.7. Today we're looking at the Proboscis monkey. Now, of course, since this is a Learn to Care, this is all about endangered animals somewhere in that spectrum. And this animal is part of a much bigger picture. It is a picture of biodiversity on this planet. Now, this is the proboscis monkey. That is. And like the Diana monkey, it is a jungle creature, or a creature that lives where it's tropical. They can be found along rivers, just like the Diana monkey. And unlike the Diana monkey, these guys like the mangroves. And so they will hide out among the mangroves. But interestingly enough, this monkey has stuff in common with cows or cattle. So stick around and you'll find out what I'm talking about. Because I'm thinking it might just blow your mind, maybe. I don't know. But let's talk a little bit about the species and we'll carry on. It's Friday night and the place is dead. Proboscis monkeys are native to Borneo, and they can be found in a mix of habitats from mangrove forest along rivers, estuaries, swamps, lowland rainforests. So they're going to be found on the edges of the forest along these areas. Now, males have a very unique feature that I promise you is probably the most outstanding example of sexual dimorphism that I know, at least among mammals. And that is the male's nose. Now, maybe it's not the most impressive item out there as far as sexual dimorphism goes, but you know, it sort of is. Males are going to use this impressive nose to amplify their calls. And by the way, males are 27 inches long, and they top off weight-wise around 48 pounds. Now, they also have another adaptation that is very unique. It doesn't show on these guys, but their digits, their feet, and their hands are webbed. No, the females do not have the nose. I'm sure they do, Ross. I'm sure they do. So they do have webbing between their digits, and that, of course, is used to swim. Males will have a group of females that number somewhere between 2 to 7, but they sometimes do come into bigger groups. They have a gestation period of 166 days. Births occur at night. I'm assuming that is to keep them away from predators. Awesome. Ross, I think that's awesome. Enjoy it. Now, these guys are known to cross rivers. Got it. I hate when I push a button. And I lose my place. Now, they can cross rivers by either swimming across, or they're also known for jumping across. Now, these guys feed on leaves and fruit, but they also like the fruits, seeds, young leaves, and shoots of mangroves. And they'll also eat, a few odds and ends like insects. Now, their main predators include the leopards and crocodiles. Remember, we talked about this animal having traits that might remind you of cows? Well, they have a pretty good-sized belly for a reason. Their belly holds a 4-chamber stomach, and that stomach needs to be big because it takes them a while to digest their food. They are the only primate that is known to chew cud. So what happens is they will chew on a leaf, break it down a little bit, swallow it. It'll go through one part of the stomach, and then they bring it back up, and they chew it some more, and then it goes back down, and they chew it some more. Why is it endangered? So these guys are an endangered species. They are actually listed as endangered. And their forecast is not good. They are forecasted for more drops in their population. Their population shows signs of severe fragmentation, so the habitat is broken up. Their habitats are cleared. They see issues with habitat destruction, logging, cultivation, development, and even settlements barging their way into their world. And just like the Diana monkey, the proboscis monkey is sometimes hunted for food. They're also used in traditional Chinese medicine, a fact that just boggles the mind. Big time boggles the mind. I can't imagine eating a monkey. This species is home to several reserves within Borneo. Ross, I have not a clue. It's not the strangest thing I've ever heard of people eating, but trust me when I say we're better off leaving them alone. And there's also several national parks that are also home to proboscis monkeys. Sadly, it's not a monkey that you see very much in zoos outside of Asia. Mainly because they have such a unique dietary specialization. Yeah, perhaps. They can be very hard to keep alive outside of their environments. Hey, Captain E.T. They are also protected by CITES, so they can't be exported outside of their native land, except for maybe in zoos. Now, they can be found in the Bronx Zoo. I am going to mess this name up. I wish 7-inch were here. Apenhal Primate Park in the Netherlands. And Zor, mess that up, Asia, in Yokohama, Japan. These are the names that came up. I don't know. I don't know what it's hiding. Because I'm not seeing them. So I don't know if the zoos that they say that they're at still have them or not. That could be an issue. Oh, okay. Let's not like bash everybody, I guess. I unfortunately ran out of things on this one. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to consider, and I'm not knocking people because everybody has a right to eat. But it's kind of crazy how medicine, how this could ever equate into food. It doesn't look like food, but then again, I've seen things that Probably not normal, no. Um, these guys are definitely unique. I don't know of any reintroduction programs. I did not see that listed. Doesn't mean it's not happening, but it's not listed. Could be. I tried looking up and finding out about the community page and when that will be available. I again could not find it. So for what it's worth, maybe you're overrunning. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's too much. Or maybe wait like a minute before you, after you eat, before you go to the gym. Maybe, it might help. I'm thinking there's a lot of animals that seem to have that issue in Asia where they're medicine when they probably shouldn't be medicine, like bears and tigers and rhinos. Hmm. Could be, Doc. Any questions? Comments? Yeah. And what's funny is if you look at some of that medicine, how high can they jump? Well, it's not a matter of how high they can jump. They can jump. So they can jump as high, well, they're not jumping 50 feet, but they can jump from 50 feet up, and they're able to clear big gaps. They can swim up to, they can swim 65.6 feet completely submerged. So they're able to just go in there, swim, 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 and be fine. They will also jump into water. Yeah. From heights of, and they can dive. Now, I don't have this figured out, No, they do not eat fish. They're capable of diving 20 meters underwater. Um, they eat fruits and leaves, seeds, shoots of plants. We don't know exactly how far they can jump, but considering that they jump from 50 feet and are known to clear rivers, we think it's pretty far. The young stay with mom for at least a year. If I remember right, um, let me make sure I'm giving you the right information. So infants are basically cared for by mom. She will nurse them until they're around 7 months of age. And of course, they keep them clean. They are weaned, like I said, at 7 months. They will stay with mom for for a year. Males don't really play a role in caring for the young, other than they do keep out rival males. Ross, I answered your question about the fish. Was there another one? No, they don't eat their young. Moms do something else that we're not going to talk about just because it's gross. But what mom does is after the babies are born, she makes it so that there's not stuff laying around for predators to find that maybe they could use to trace the babies. So, and that's common though. Fairly common. Yep. She will actually eat the afterbirth. It's also a way of restoring some nutrients as well. Ooh, it's not gross. It's nature. A lot of animals do. I don't have a magic book that tells me, exactly which species do it, but quite a few do. Okay, that's gross. Now, they will also eat young leaves, unripe fruits, and seeds that other primates just don't eat. Um, and some of that could even be toxic. So they do help to drop those I don't know if you guys can find it. Oh, never mind. I don't want to be that YouTuber. Um, but that I have a book that talks about crazy stuff that people eat. Um, yeah. So they do help the forest. Any animal that actually eats fruit typically helps the forest by making deposits along the way. How was everybody? Did you have a good day? It's gross because we're human. Um there's a lot of things in nature that aren't pretty. Um Things that are gross, but it's nature. I am sorry, Abigail. Yep. Ross, I have no idea. I I don't know. And I'm not even gonna look it up. That's something that if you want to know, you can look it up. Yeah. Not me. I have a hard enough time with the stuff I'm looking up. I feel like there's a lot of things on TikTok that gets said that I don't know if I would totally trust it. Then again, there's a lot of things on YouTube that's sort of the same way. Oh. Well, AI isn't necessarily bad, but I mean, it can be a tool. I have answered some stuff on my um oh wait, I can't do it on here. I can't use Gemini for that. I forgot. You know what? It's not a bad idea, Captain ET. You do have to be careful with AI. Um, um, the reason I say that is because you can create just about anything. For instance, that it looks real. It looks real, right? But the truth of the matter is, they would never meet. If they saw the person, they might. Um, I feel like I looked that up. Dogs have limited color vision. Dogs can see shades of blue, yellow, and gray. Dogs cannot see red, orange, or green well. So, yeah. I don't blame you. I like being accurate too. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. Here's another example. This now there might be a tarantula of this color, but AI made it. Um yeah. The strangest animal, the weirdest sea animal that I know of. Hmm. Well, does it, Ross, does it have to be alive today? How about that? That is a peanut worm. And I think I better type that name because I want to make sure that I'm not saying or sounding like I'm saying something else. Now, if we're talking prehistoric sea creature, oh, I'm sorry. There's this. Now, this is not alive. That is a sea scorpion. No longer alive. Nope. That is a real live creature. Now, this is a drawing of a very interesting animal. That is a pearl fish. And they have a very cool symbiosis relationship with sea cucumbers. They actually live inside the sea cucumber. So they're small enough that I wanted to find one where they actually show some of these guys even live in starfish. No, it's an actual animal. So there, the white thing with the orange dots on it, that is a sea cucumber. And if you look right in the middle of it, there's an opening. I gotta figure out how to do this. Right there is the fish. That's its eye. And they actually live right inside of it. So that's, I don't know if you guys had ever seen that or not. Whoops. If you've been on my channel for very long, then you know that I like a certain type of animal. This is not, that's not a good picture. Ugh. Let me see if I can, if they have a better one. Maybe this one has better images. Nope, it doesn't. Ugh. So this is a baby vampire squid. When they get older, they will have they don't have ink sacs. Their defense is a cloud of bioluminescent mucus that is expelled from the tips of their arms. And they are very bizarre looking. So that is what they look like. Good night, Ross. That's what they look like. They're red. They feed on literally oceanic snow. Yep. What does that have to do with? Okay. They are very much unique, and that they're the only surviving member of their group. There's now it's not there is one. Now this one, hey mini grift, I don't know. So this little guy doesn't look like much, but as they get older, they will have teeth that literally can do serious damage to a person. This is what they look like. And that mouth holds a secret. I am. They have two front teeth that are just massive. If you were to get bit by it, if I were to get bit by it, it would go through my arm and out the other end. They call them pariah or vampire fish. Now they're freshwater, they're not saltwater. You'll have it is. I will type in the name, and at some point you can look them up because copyright. I don't want to get in trouble. I think that's right. Yeah. And they will mess you up. Wow, I can't believe it's already been an hour. Holy moly. Any other questions? Any other things that we're discussing? What? Holy moly. Oh, you looked it up? An invisible one. I believe so, yeah. That could be a good choice, depending upon what it was. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow for tomorrow's vid. I need to get it finished. The Pariah. I know I messed that name up. The Vampire Fish. You have an idea. What's your idea? And it better be a good one. I had an idea too. It was to find somebody else to do this. You know what? I am so done with all of these crashes. If I'm... Oh... Tomorrow. Oh, Carol. I'm killing myself. No. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Yeah, I gotta be really careful what I say. That came out of my mouth and I wasn't even thinking. Obviously. Exhibit focus tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. I'm too grumpy. I'm not going anywhere. Trust me, I'm not. I'm always good. Ask my moderators. I'm always good. I don't know about a long time, but I'm not planning on going anywhere. Hermit crabs. That's what I'm doing. Woo! Hermit crabs. What about Florida? I am not going to Florida. Nope. Nope. The only reason I would go to Florida... The only reason I would go to Florida... Well, maybe one or two. To film a video... and go fossil hunting. Those are the only two reasons to go. I wouldn't even go there. Well, I don't have family there. But yeah, nope. So that's what we're talking about tomorrow if I can get the video done. And then live is going to be the Warclaw Zoo's Africanarium and the Texas Wetland exhibit in Houston. I think it's Houston Zoo. I don't have to answer, just tell you. No, I don't have any children or grandchildren for that matter. Oh, flying cockroaches? Amazing! Alligators? Amazing! 6-foot long rattlesnakes with cryptic coloration? Not amazing, but still cool. I had help, Mini Drift. I had help. Pikes are cool. I have a funny story about them. But I won't tell it because, yeah. Yep, the fish. Oh, well then never mind. Because, no, I don't have a story about that. Mini Drift, make up your mind, dude. So, I wanted to share nature with my nephews. So, my idea was I would do what I did in college, and we would get milk jugs and fill it up at the local lake. I come home, I empty it into the tank, and everything comes out, including baby fish, which I didn't realize I had caught. Inside were 2 baby northern pike. Supposed to be released the next day, which I did. I released. It was late. I released them the next day, except that one of them, yeah, except when I woke up the next morning, there was only one. Any guesses where the other one went? Yep, that's exactly where it went. Yep, they did. And they went back to the lake and lived happily ever after, I hope. But it was cool to see it. I also have to prepare a lesson. You are smart, Mini Drift. You are smart. Yeah, that's true. One did. I also caught a leech that I thought was an eel. No, it's not bad. I have a nephew that loves to go fishing. I am so mad, though. I had some really cool fossilized shark's teeth, and I think somebody helped themselves to them. I had a Angustus, and I had a bull shark, and some other stuff that I never got identified. Hello, Marie. Yeah, and I'm like not gonna let my nieces and nephews come upstairs anymore. They're not allowed in my room anymore. And I'm not putting on shows for them either. Because I'm pretty sure that's who did it. Can't prove it. Probably shouldn't be blaming them, but I know somebody was rummaging through something of mine. Yeah. So, needless to say, all of my collection is in my room. Maybe except for bits and pieces, but no. Degradable pellets. For what? Biodegradable what pellets? I don't know what you're talking about, Mini Drift. Airsoft guns? I don't know if there is such a thing as biodegradable pellets. Is it a pew pew? Like a B? It's sort of like a BB pew pew? Okay. Maybe I'm too. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. Oh, I gotta plug in my Chromebook. Uh, Excuse me. Oh. Gross. Oh, just my mustache. Heh. You're not behind. That's cool, Mini Drift. Oh no. Okay. I don't know what I did. Your hobby. Thank you, Mini Drift. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Abby. Okay, y'all. There's a downside. When people see them, they think they're real. It's pellets, like a plastic BB. Yeah. Hey, Mini Drift. Don't call him that. Yeah. Pew pew. Yeah, it's possible Ireland has different regulations for them. Maybe, maybe we should change the topic. Wow. That makes sense. That makes sense. That your parent has to be with you when you buy it. Okay, Carol, I will see you tomorrow. Who else is in live? Is it just me and Mini Drift? Abigail, are you still in? Okay. Marie, are you still in live? Or did you leave? Yep, I know what recoil is. That is up. That's sort of up to you as long as it's not going to get me in trouble. I'm. One of my friends really needs to get Facebook. So what? How was your date today? You don't know. I do, but I don't play anything that is played with other people. I'm a 53-year-old that loves certain video games. Yes. Weird light. I That's cool. I play It's a game called Meat Eater. It's a game where you play as a I am It's a game where you play as a tiger shark. No, sorry, no. As a bull shark. I also play another game where it's called Ark. It's a survival game where you tame dinosaurs and stuff. Gee, thank you, Mini Drift. I really appreciate being told that I look not my age. I look 53. I look like thank you, D-Man 6FP. I'm in my 50s. Um no. Not yet. I'm covering, assuming I get it done, D-Man 9FP, I'm gonna be doing hermit crabs. Yeah, you get some sleep, Mini Drift. I don't think I have any fish. Good luck. I don't think I have any fish in the lineup this week. No. But maybe okay. No. And I don't know what I have in the other. I need to update my 11 weeks of videos so that it's updated. The last aquatic animal that I covered was sea spiders. And then there's a video up on Wells catfish. And electric eels. And should be a video up on sea lampreys. Did you get that, D-Man? I have talked about Wells catfish. But it's been a while. Hey, Abby, I don't know if Mini Drift just said I look like I'm 67. And I don't know if D-Man 9FP is still here or not. That is true. I saw a video this week. I'm not sure where it was at, but they had a lady dressed up as a mermaid swimming inside a tank. And this huge, and I mean absolutely massive sturgeon comes up, heads towards her head, and like tries eating the head. And I'm like, that was crazy. The only time I've seen sturgeon is at the aquarium. But I know they get huge. Depending upon the species. Yeah. I probably would have flipped out. Because they're not people eaters. I mean, they're not known to eat people. I was a bit taken back. It's not like if a Wells catfish did that, you would be in trouble. But I have my list of videos that are planned on the other computer, and I haven't updated my Chromebook with upcoming videos, so I will do that tonight. Yeah, she got out of that water, out of that tank really quickly. I think she was surprised, to say the least. I have a feeling tonight's going to be a late night. I've got 2 exhibit focuses to do. Luckily, I only have to do 1 each. I would say give me a second and I'll really quickly update it. But not sure that's a good idea. For the host to like step away, I mean. Um I don't know. A lot of people, when they give me suggestions, and on January 8th of this year, I covered Wells catfish. I talked about Dumbo octopus, also in January. And squid on the outside, talking about the outside of the animal. I feel like I don't talk enough about. There's so much stuff to talk about that I feel like I try to sort of hit on a bunch of different topics each month. I want each month to be sort of well-rounded. Australian box jelly in November of last year. You guys are quiet. Is it me or is it... You're listening to me talk, is that it? I need to, like, do that too, but I need to, like, somehow on my other channel, D-Man, I also have covered fish, but not... It's a little bit different setup. Because a lot of that is shorts. But if you're looking for like material, like I covered 3 weeks ago, I did predators of the reef, rays that live in or around the Great Barrier Reef. I talked about the blue spotted ribbon ray twice. Talked about the megamouth shark, random megamouth shark facts, deep sea shark species, and endangered shark species. So I do hit on stuff quite a bit on there. Probably more so than I do on the other channel. Especially now that I'm like mixing it up. I feel like the other channel's more fun. Because it focuses more on animals. It's more fine-tuned. But yeah. What's the other fish video that I recently saw? Oh, it was, yes. Yes, it is. I recently saw footage of a megamouth shark. I was like almost crying, but not really. But there's, if you go into the shorts, there's like each week I do at least 4 shorts, but started last week there are 7. So for each animal there will be 7 related, no, 5 related shorts and 2 unrelated. They're very basic, but the information should be good. So I want to do, and I don't know how to do it, but I want to do a Q&A where people send in questions via videos, and then I string them together so it'll be like a video question, a video that's done, or a question that's done via video, and then my reply, and then another question, and then my reply, and then another question. That's an idea I just had. I don't know where it came from. But unfortunately, when I do the reviews, it's these guys that I'm reviewing. And so I'm limited to what I have to review. So, yeah. But at the same time, I buy what I like. Oh, guys, I'm at 29%. I should probably go before my phone dies, but we can talk a little bit longer. What's on everybody's minds? Besides hearing my voice and I got a message. Right now, presently, it is 21 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh no! And oh, it'll be almost 50 on Monday. Woohoo, heat wave. Um, I am sorry, Abigail. Is it cold where you're at? D-Man 9 FP? Oh, well, we only have to put up with it for, let's see. It gets cold, what? And usually November, October, January, February, maybe March. Did you find it? Abigail, did you find your phone? I'm assuming so. That would be like I would die. I said it again. I gotta stop that. I would be in panic. I'm glad you found it. I think I'm gonna have chicken nuggets and um tater tots. Or I could have a taco. I had tacos last night. That is true. Cold for you guys is 40 or 50. Yeah, I am. I thought you were going to bed. Yep. Have a good one. Okay. I'm going to sign off and I will talk to everybody later. Because I need to eat. Oh, Oh, I'm glad you got it back. Okay, I'm going to sign off. I will talk to everybody later. Goodbye. I don't know how people